Welcome to Spam Filter for Your Brain, bite-sized ponderings on how our thoughts influence our behaviour and our lives, and because we're all connected, how our thoughts impact the world. I'm here to help people reconnect with their bodies and declutter their brains. And I don't believe that we should just magically know how our emotions and our thoughts impact our lives if no one ever teaches us. So let's learn this stuff together. We cannot manipulate other people into loving us. Sounds pretty brutal, doesn't it? And you might have just heard that. I don't manipulate people to love me. You might have just heard me saying that and thought, well, that's not me. I don't do that kind of thing. And let's just have a little rummage around the outskirts of this thought. Because I don't know about you, but I'm only speaking from my own personal experience. I know that there are so many occasions where I have thought, if I just do this thing for someone, they might think more of me. They might respect me more. They might treat me more kindly. They might think I'm a kind person. If I give all of these things away, they might think that I am not generous or have loads of resources, but that I just have a really good heart, and therefore I am a person that they would want to hang out with, a person who's worthy of their time. And secretly underneath all of that, and it's rarely conscious, is the thought, and therefore I will be safe. I will be loved here. How many times have you caught yourself or noticed or acknowledged yourself paying for things in a restaurant when frankly you couldn't afford it? How many times have you gone out of your way to make an arrangement for somebody else when you wouldn't do the same thing for you? I'm very guilty of it myself. I caught myself at a train station the other day standing with my mobility aid, very tired, really struggling to stand up, and someone was sat in the disabled area blocking it, and they clearly did not, they did not need the space. They just had a big bag and wanted the extra room. And someone came along who had their leg in plaster. And so I asked them very loudly, sort of above the person, would you like to sit down? When I had been stood there already myself for 15 minutes and I hadn't done the same thing for myself, I'd just been standing there thinking how dreadful people were. I could have just asked. I could have just sat down. And the reason that we sometimes overlook our own needs or try and do these extra things for other people, I really think sometimes is then we can feel like there is a chance that people firstly might like us, and secondly that it can cover for this secret feeling that we have, most of us have, that there is fundamentally something dreadful about us. And it might not come out that strongly, and sometimes it might come out a lot more strongly than that. But there is this sort of deep, dark seed inside us that we haven't quite managed the being a good human bit. And if we take enough action, then we might be able to disguise this part of us that we don't want anyone to see, or these thoughts that we might have, or this thing about us that makes us fundamentally broken and unworthy. And what I would like to offer you with this little bite-sized podcast this week is that maybe you don't need to do anything to become worthy. Maybe you're worthy just for the sake of being born. Maybe we all are worthy of love, safety, respect, kindness, just because humanity needs more of that. We deserve more of that. And that's the kind of world that I want to see, create and build. That's the kind of world that I'm willing to work for. And if it's the kind of world that you want to work for as well, and if it's your core values that people are worthy and people do deserve love, respect, kindness, then you have to include yourself in that picture. And if you think that there are particular things that you need to do or not do, which make you worthy or less worthy of love, you're undermining your own value system. Because fundamentally, I believe that the world would be a lot kinder, safer space for all of us if everyone felt like they were safe, loved, respected. So I'm going to go out of my way continually to try and create more opportunities for more people to feel that. And in order for that to happen, I have to include myself in that picture. I hope you can see some parallels of where this might be relevant for you and your story. And maybe this week you could spend some time just noticing where you could possibly show yourself a little bit more kindness and respect. Hopefully, this is the way that we will move towards creating more kindness in the world. I look forward to seeing you next week. If you're enjoying what you're hearing on the podcast here, I would love to invite you to Self-Care School. Self-Care School is a membership site where we have group coaching calls every week. We have a whole load of courses that you can dip into for whatever suits your needs. We have courses on confidence, body image, timekeeping, how to manage big emotions, overwhelm, loads and loads of stuff in there. You can kind of pick out whatever you want to work on. There is a big library of workbooks, which includes journal prompts and questions for you to be able to apply this work to your own life. And we have the most amazing community where people support each other, we learn from each other, and you get to work alongside people with quite often very different life situations to your own, and we learn so much together in community. If you would like some more of this, please do hop over to selfcareschool.co.uk.